Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your February 2024 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's Celtic Cross spread as always, and also pulled the 4 agreements and wisdom in the oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 3. And third house energy for you guys is Aquarius. And of course, for most of the month of February, we're going to be in Aquarius season. So it makes sense to see that come up. There's going to be plenty of energy moving into that sign as well. As far as Mercury is going to be in there for a few weeks. We're also going to have Venus and Mars move into there. Of course, we have a new moon there. The sun will be there. So plenty of energy going to be activated in your third house for sure. Alright, we have Scorpio. Now that's your 12th house, and that's going to be pretty quiet, astrologically speaking, but in general, 12th house points to spirituality, blind spots, and mental health. And we have the North Node, and the North Node is actually in Aries, which for you guys is your 5th house of romance, creativity, children, and we also have Chiron in that house as well, so it could be some healing and some new opportunities coming to you in that area of your life. But with that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. Alright, in the main situation position, we have the 10 of Swords, and challenging that, we have the 4 of Swords. So, Gemini energy here, Libra energy here, and it could just be saying that you might have felt backstabbed in a certain situation, possibly a friendship. Friendship is the first thing that comes to mind, but it really could have been a romantic connection, work, partnership, you name it. But yeah, it looks like you're feeling backstabbed in some way, and the challenge there is that, you might be having a little bit of difficulty going through the healing process around that. So maybe for some of you it's because you haven't wanted to take the time to look at it, or for some of you have been trying to put it behind you, but it's just been more difficult than you would have liked. And for some of you, timeline-wise, that might have happened around the Gemini full moon during your season. But it doesn't necessarily have to mean that. Okay, in the foundation position, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, so some of you go back on the situation and feel like there was some time wasted there, right? So whether, like I said, it was a work connection, friendship, romantic partnership, you might feel like the amount of energy and effort you put into it versus what the end result ended up being could be a big disappointment to you, right? You might have felt like, a lot of your time, energy, and effort was wasted around the situation and feeling some disappointment around that. All right, in the past position, we have the Lovers. So, Gemini energy here. So yeah, for some of you, it could just be saying that at a certain point, maybe this was really a great connection, or if it's not necessarily pointing to that, it could just be saying that maybe things were being worked out behind the scenes. So if there was some kind of situation being exposed around you being backstabbed, I feel like this is saying that overall, spiritually, it was meant to help you overall growth. Right? In the present position, we have Strength. So this is Leo energy here, and at the time of recording this, we're going to be having that Leo full moon in a few days. So for some of you, it could be pointing to that. But more so, I feel like this is pointing to you. Usually when I look at this card, when we look at the way it looks like she's holding the line, the mouth closed, if we think of the line as the more animal, reactive side of us, right? The more ego type of energy that we could bring forward at times. This is just saying that maybe you're holding that back, right? So maybe that's why you haven't really gone through the full healing process yet, because you knew, like, okay, if I try to talk about this with this person right now, right, it's going to evolve and devolve into something that's more like ego oriented, and you might have known, like, okay, the time for me to come forward and speak about this situation isn't right yet, so you might have just been holding back for that reason. Okay, in the near future position, we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, this could just be saying that soon you will feel like you're comfortable and ready to reach out, talk through the situation. So for some of you, it could be directly with the person who was involved, but for others of you, maybe it's even going to be opening up to friends, right? Possibly even going to a counseling session for whatever the case may be. It's going to be different for some of you. But for some of you, it could be as simple as reaching out through social media, because when I used to see this card in the past, that those trees in the background almost remind me of the Facebook logo, so that makes me think of communication through the airwaves, right? Some kind of social media communication. But yeah, could just be saying that now you feel more ready for the healing process, so because of that, you might be more open to talking about it. All right, in the position of your influence in a situation, we have the Six of Wands. So yeah, this usually looks like success, overall, just general recognition, appreciation. So whatever does come from these conversations, like I said, whether it's directly with the party involved or just speaking to someone about the situation in general, it looks like it will end up painting you in a pretty overall good light, right? Or at the very least, make you feel a lot lighter that, okay, I'm glad I did get this off my chest and speak about it, because now I truly feel ready to put it behind me. Right. In the environment position, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here, so it could just be pointing to a timeline saying that as we get toward the end of Aquarius season, around mid-February, you might feel this energy come to the forefront. But more than anything, I feel like this is saying that whoever you're dealing with, right, I feel like this is going to point out that, yeah, maybe there was some deception at play, right? So let's say, for example, this could play out a few different ways. Let's say you never truly knew for sure if there was some deception at play, right? Like deep down you felt there was, like something's not right here, but you never really got that confirmation and you weren't able to get closure on it. I feel like this is saying that, yeah, through these conversations taking place, you would find out that, yes, there was some deception at play. But if not that, this could also just be saying that if you really just open up and let this person know, like, hey, this is how this made me feel, this, that, and the other, right? I feel like this is saying that they might give you some of their feelings around the situation, but I feel like they'll also still be holding a lot back, right? And deliberately so, you know? So you might feel like, oh, if you say to them, oh, let's just really talk this through, let's be open and transparent with each other, right? And you might come forward in that way, genuinely being very open and transparent, whereas this person might still be leaving out important details around the situation, you know? So just something to be on the lookout for there. But yeah, at the very least, looks like this will give you confirmation that yes, there was definitely some deception at play in a situation in the past. Of course, it's even possible that for a very small percentage of you, this could even point to self-sabotage in some way, but overall, it seems less likely given what we've spoken about so far. Right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is actually the core card for Sagittarius. So it could just be saying for you guys, this is you hoping to feel like yourselves again, right? So maybe whatever this was, it might have really thrown you for a loop, right? For a while, you might have really felt like you were off your game. You couldn't really come forward as yourselves fully. So it could just be one of those things where this is what's kind of repelling you forward to finally go through the healing process, so you could finally put it behind you and feel more like yourselves again. Right. And in the outcome position, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, this looks like this is saying that, okay, you'll be able to clear the air, right? Clear the energy around the situation. And then that truly will make you feel like, okay, you're open and willing and able to move on to new things at that point. So it's going to be a bit of a reset button for you guys, but in a positive manner, it seems. Right, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So yeah, so this is the major arcana card for Taurus, and Taurus energy is going to be taking a couple of hits with these next couple of lunar cycles. The full moon in Leo is going to make a square with Jupiter in Taurus, and the new moon in Aquarius is going to make a square with Uranus also in Taurus. So this could be what's bringing that Taurus energy to the forefront this month for a lot of people. But yeah, could just be saying that that's going to be what helps you put these things behind you. You know, interestingly enough, we see the world card beneath that, which also points to karmic completions, things along those lines. But yeah, I think this is saying that spiritually it was just time for you to finally go through all of this stuff, go through the closure and the healing needed to move forward. Okay, for your 4 agreements card, we have be impeccable with the word, and it says seek to know the truth. Okay, it says when you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement and it becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free. So yeah, interesting that that message comes out there, because this is, like I was saying, it seems like you're going to get to the point where you're finally comfortable about speaking out about the situation where you felt backstabbed. And like I said, for some of you to be directly with the party involved, for others of you to just be speaking about it in general, getting it out there, and maybe hearing another's perspective to let you know and kind of validate that, yeah, that was pretty messed up what you went through, right? But either way, it looks like it's going to really help free things up for you, help you feel vindicated and able to move forward. Right, from the Wisdom Oracle, we have 2 to see. There's the artwork, and the number is 7. Alright, essential meanings says being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message: isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. So yeah, definitely a positive message there, and it seems to support what we were saying, where it just seems like overall there's going to be a positive shift in the energy for you guys this month. Okay, the relationship message says there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. I do have to say, for a lot of you, it doesn't seem like this is really pointing directly to a one-to-one romantic connection, but for some of you, maybe it is. It could be pointing more to, if you clear out a situation from the past, that could open up those opportunities for you again. But hopefully that resonated. The prosperity message says everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up to your most prosperous potential. To get into that flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents and abilities, and most important, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one. When, grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness, you can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So yeah, definitely a positive message there as well. If you've had some kind of blockage around that, right, like your thoughts around prosperity and maybe feeling like you weren't worthy in some way. But either way, it looks like those energies are going to be clearing out for you guys this month in a positive manner. That's going to help you move forward. So definitely seems like a pretty solid month for you guys. Hope it resonated with you, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.